I need no introduction. This needs no introduction. Oh, one thing it does need, though, is me changing the title. I gotta remember to do that every time. But, yeah, we shall get into it. With no delays. None. And yes, I sort by new on Reddit. In all honesty, the chances of finding a good new meme are like 10%, no, like 5%. It's a very, very slim chance that you're gonna find a good meme on the new front page of Reddit. But you know, if you sort by top, I mean, it only makes sense why, or best or top or whatever. It only makes sense that you would. Top 10 people who asked. Did I say something you didn't like? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Danganronpa.
Okay. Alright. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Alright. I apologize for noise in the background, but my brother needs stuff constantly.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. That the person who received the pictures wasn't there. What about her face? You're not giving me enough time to even see anything here. So I don't...
I can't frickin' do anything because my brother is leaving the goddamn door open while he's talking about stuff that I couldn't be bothered to give a shit about. Why? I'm just gonna whisper. And continue because I'm getting tired of waiting for the goddamn door to be shut. What the hell? I took too long. Alright, what is it? Oh, it is Junko's face, I see.
I got it! Junko's face.
Alright,
The
finally.
one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Because there'd be too much of a difference. And she was being conscious about this because it was part of the plan.
It's
All
hard
makes
to believe
sense.
her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
But what if they recognize Mukuro? No. People can have similar faces, but when your hair is different and your clothes are different and the way you dress is different and your voice is different and your makeup is different, I think people will maybe not think about you two being different, especially if you don't even remember that Mukuro exists, so I'm just saying random stuff.
With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko.
And again, she did this on purpose, because they were both in on it. It's not a random accident.
Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face.
Oh, wait, what?
Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed.
Wait, so what are you saying then? Are you saying that, like, this was just a coincidence in certain photos? Because that actually makes it even worse. It doesn't make any more sense when you say it like that.
That the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
Xanadu?
I believe everything Makoto said is true.
You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna look that up. What does Xanadu mean? I'm not spelling that right. An idealized place or idyllic magnificence and beauty? So, wait, why would he say that right here?
Xanadu.
It's even pronounced the same. Why did he just say Xanadu? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand.
Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
Again, Xanadu doesn't make any sense in this context. So why are you saying that?
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Alright, have fun. Already? Ah, interesting. Alright. So... Oh god, I don't want to have to do this. Oh, wait. Oh, right. So we're showing her actual death here, and then the fake death later. Alright, so where's the... Monokuma showing up? What the hell? I mean... I don't even know what I'm supposed to show here. What? 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 Good lord. Good lord. I don't know, this thing right here, whatever the heck that is, I don't know. Death. Yeah, I think we're doing that because we're like showing her as a separate conscience, and like on the outside we don't know what she's actually thinking because she just looks like a dead body. But what? Who moved the? Oh, right, the actual Junko. All right, never mind. So, what would that be a picture of? Alright, this looks like... Yeah, that's correct. Alright then. The figure looks a lot more feminine here, is what... Because if Junko is the mastermind, it's kind of weird to think that she'd look like a frickin' dude, but maybe I'm reading too deeply into it. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe this? No? I think this is showing that they're preparing the fake stab, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, this bomb thing, I don't know. None of this is gonna be right, let's
Here's
be honest
exactly
here,
what
but
happened.
we'll go with it.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Yeah.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place, and that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima.
Alright. Only have one heart left. Alright, that sucks. I feel like there's something else I took that should actually be here, but I don't know. Ah, crap, no. I just don't know, man. I don't know, man. This is from, like, the second case. It's funny we still have that here. No, but that would be too late into the game, so what? This is from something else, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. Alright, never mind. So... Okay, this is already when everything... Alright. Sorry. I was confused about just what the heck this was. So this is probably accurate.
Here's exactly what happened.
What? I'm dead. I'm freaking dead.
I refuse to give up yet.
Alright. Okay, so... This was correct. Never got that right, so... I guess this looks good. I never got a chance to figure out if this was right, so we'll just say it was. Yeah, never figured out if that was right or not, so I'll just go with it.
The killer is you! We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Oh, not correct. Oof. Alright, what do I put in that place, in its place? I guess just the knife. Nope, already used that. So... Oh shit, no, I don't want to use that. That's not, no. That would never work, ever. What? What? You can actually hear the door when it opens and shuts, but he just never stops, does he? Good lord. What do I do now? I just put that there even though it
is
was already there.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Nope.
The killer is you! Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
What? Why? Why? Have I put this here yet? I swear I have. I hope I have. Just... Oh, God.
The killer is you! Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still
I
alive
feel like I've
and
already
hiding
used
somewhere
this,
inside
and
the
it didn't
school.
work. What? This shows that they were putting it on the dead body, so what am I... What? Alright, the knife should go there, I think. Yeah. Alright. Okay, then.
Here's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Finally. Alright, at least I know everything up to that point is correct.
I refuse to give up.
So, there's something positive. Somewhat. Okay then, I know exactly what to use up to this point. So that's nice. I don't think the bomb is any place. Upon second thought.
The killer is you! But it... Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder.
The truth.
And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
We can't handle the truth, you see.
The real Junko Enoshima. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Yeah.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
What the hell? Oh, she reveals herself. After all this time.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Okay, no thanks. I'm good.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Alright, now you're sounding like Celeste when she revealed her true self.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima, and she's very clearly insane.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've heard her too somewhere. Was it the first day in the main hall before arriving to school?
I got it!
Yeah. You've seen
That's
her in
right.
magazines though,
It was
Makoto.
before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
Yeah. Because she's the same person. Are you actually setting this up as they didn't know that? Even I knew that.
And you were on it.
Yeah, and she was a pirate.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
The fact that she cares so little in this delivery, which is clearly on purpose, just makes it it cracks me up. What did I miss? Well, the real Junko has revealed herself. We solved the case. She had a really very posh accent, and then she went to like having no accent at all, and also not inflecting at all. Like she's completely monotone now. But before she had a posh accent. So I feel like this is probably going to be a running theme with her.
So I was right.
Everyone has their own flavor of crazy, but she has to have 100 flavors.
Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Photoshopped. Pure monotone, yeah. Pure, in the purest form. Like, that's what Daft Punk songs would be without autotune. Not that, like, that's a bad thing. I mean, I like Daft Punk, it's just that, like, if you didn't have the robotic effects, that's what Daft Punk would sound like. Harder. Faster. Well, what was it again? Harder, faster, better, stronger, right? Yeah, now that I'm on the spot, I couldn't remember the lyrics, but that's a great song. Yeah, you know, edited the hell and back with, like, computers and junk, yeah. Oh, so they aren't real. No.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
This may have to be 18 plus marked, because of Junko's cleavage. I mean, it's very impressive, I must say, but, like, is that literally the reason you're giving, or is it something else entirely? I don't know.
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
Yeah, that's what I pointed out earlier. It was someone, like, pretending to be Junko, so it wouldn't have looked like Junko on the covers, so she made up the Photoshop thing. And of course, Makoto wouldn't have just jumped to the imposter conclusion, so yeah, something else. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
And me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
Again,
Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist.
it's just too hilarious the way she delivers stuff with no care at all. It's like, again, it's on purpose, and this was a great choice by the game designers, because this is the best comedy that's been in this game so
Not
far.
Even if they're twins.
Twins?
Well,
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
you don't sound very embarrassed. What's so wrong with twins? Why are you scared of twins, Toko?
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
But you actually weren't twins. You were actually polar opposites. That's how these things go.
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Wait, how can you be twins if you're both different ages? I don't understand why you're making this comparison. Just call yourselves sisters.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Is it because of her swearing? Because I have to tell you, Mondo earlier sweared way more than she's probably ever going to be able to swear right now, and it was fine. So is that what you're talking about?
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
I like Junko.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
You didn't notice that when she went from posh to robotic? I don't...
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
Because they're not actually sisters, you dip.
Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
Well, okay, so they were actually sisters? I don't...
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Okay,
For
what?
my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties.
Go back to being crazy. I don't like you being so formal.
Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life.
Older by 1 or 2 minutes, alright. Maybe she was just saying that to better display the differences. But she didn't actually mean they were actually that different in age. I don't know.
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact
Ends in a
that she was
5.
the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause.
You have several.
She being the utter disappointment
Oh,
that
crap.
she was.
I need to take a look at the freaking transcript, because, yeah.
Which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so bored. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
Oh, she's a lolly now. Interesting. I didn't expect that.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected.
You suspected
when Mukuro
that,
was
did you?
killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
So you figured it out?
Yeah, I agree, Vincent. Now, the FBI is after us, you know this, man.
Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair.
Hot.
So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
Huh?
Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
Super despair.
It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than
Can you
that.
stop messing with your hydro flask, please? Wait. I just noticed, Junko has mushrooms in her hair. Mario. Wait, does she have a thing for every personality? Is that what's going on, or am I just making conclusions with no evidence?
Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Nothing.
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair.
And it gives you a female boner?
After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else. She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
Same.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Some kind of abnormality is a good way of describing this, I agree.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What, did you drain him of his blood and then replace it with O negative? Or was it O positive? What's the universal donor?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Okay, so now one of her personalities is a Monokuma impression.
You
Alright.
haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Alright, O negative, yeah. So yeah, she drained him of his blood and replaced it with O negative. Now he doesn't have noble blood. So sorry, Byakuya. But you're no more noble than I'm noble. And I'm not noble at all, so... yeah.
Are you talking about our memories?
Sorry, man.
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do.
Damn straight.
We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then we'll have our victory.
Yes, your simping for Monokuma paid off because a robotic bear turned out to be a hot chick. But, you know, you'd be winning even if it was a robotic bear, am I right?
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
Sorry if this is insensitive, but I don't necessarily think they had to hide her face. I mean, I don't necessarily think that they drew them differently enough for me to tell the difference if I weren't told what the difference was. I just think they were from different games if you showed me them side by side. But that's just me.
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
You know, like, her impression of Monokuma is pretty spot on, right down to the really awkward delivery. I mean, it's like, it's everything you could want and more. With an impression, especially seeing as how she's a girl and not a robotic bear. I mean, that's, like, quite impressive. Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to, the class trials, the founding of Hope's Peak, the motives Monokuma came up with, I
got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
I do remember the Monokuma copy pasta. You made it, right?
So you do remember after all.
Oh, back to monotone.
I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
This is one of my favorites because she cares so little about the line she delivers that I can't help but laugh at it slightly. Like, again, it's on purpose. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, it's so intentionally dull that I can't help but find it hilarious.
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
No, you stole it. Oh, okay. So why do you bring it up?
So then, Let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Nope.
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all.
It's like even better now. Like, I don't know, it just... I feel like it's actually gotten even more robotic.
When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
I don't know. International relations, love triangles, human connections. Human connections.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results.
Oh, it's too perfect. It
was
really
to
is.
motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Time for the next question.
This is equally great, but I was really getting used to the monotone. I'm sorry.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
I don't know. For a second motive, the motive's theme was getting caught by the FBI because I'm playing a game where a girl does a lolly voice. A strong heart. The past. The meaning of life. The past.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Till the end of time, most likely.
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
What was the third murder again? It was, crap, what was it? First was Sayaka, then it was Shihiro, then it was I don't remember. Taka. Hold on a sec. Right, because that would have been the... No, what? Was it Taka? No. But wasn't that the... No, it was the... What was the fourth? Alright, yeah, that was it. Okay. Popularity, greed, a new outlook. Greed?
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Yeah, because,
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain.
All right.
Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
And then next was Sakura, who killed herself. So...
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
By asking this, you're just gonna slow this down even more, so I just shut your mouth, Makoto.
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go.
Don't call him Sweet Cheeks.
Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Secrets. Blackmail. Betrayal? Betrayal. Secrets. Betrayal, fine.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see...
She has mushrooms again. Well, why does she get mushrooms? when she's sad? I don't understand.
Once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth.
7.7 billion reasons to kill. I think it might have been more now. I don't
They
know.
compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
Good question.
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Back to impersonating Hanakuma, eh?
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
Alright, so what that we would have remembered would have made us want to not leave?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow.
I'm getting tired.
So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Alright. The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
It's awful,
So
isn't it?
something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there?
Yeah.
Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Well, that wasn't so bad. This is kind of weird, but that's kind of fricked. That's all.
What the?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
Good question.
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is
That
insane.
world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Monokuma's head on a human's body is pretty hilarious. Yeah, that's the issue, is that, like, it's not horrific to us because it's a freaking plastic bear's head on other people's heads. It looks ridiculous.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that brain
Ow.
whether you live or die.
Does your brain have an ass?
I don't
Really?
remember. Ain't a fucking excuse no more. Because now it's time for the final class trial.
We just had it. God damn it. Group photo, Genocide Jack's memories, photo of Kyoko and Headmaster, locker notebook, locker pocketbook.
Come on, bitches. Remember or die. What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything.
Ah!
This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
If I can't remember, is it all over? I mean, how can she show me something so completely incomprehensible and then just say remember? I mean, every one of us. Okay, every one of us has lost our memory. It really is hopeless after all.
Come on, bitches. Remember or die. What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever,
Oh wait, I think probably Genocide Jack's memory. But what about it? All right, we'll review Genocide Jack's
I
thing
don't understand a damn
to
thing.
see if that
What's the meaning
brings
of
up
this another
anything.
one of
I mean, what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
Yeah, and this is an inopportune moment to save and leave, but I'm getting tired and I have to get ready for bed, so yeah. More school tomorrow, so it's a good idea to, yeah. One thing I still can't wrap my head around is the fact that I somehow just never knew that you could save the game. Like back about 2 years ago when I first played the first chapter and the beginning of the second chapter, and of course the prologue as well. I mean, it's like, I mean, I just had no clue you could. Like, I never checked the handbook at all, ever, and I just never thought that you would be able to save it in there. So I always just had to sit down and play everything until there was a checkpoint. And now that I streamed, I always just shut the lid, but it was really very easy to stream, to save it the entire time, and I just never knew that. And again, like, I played this game over 2 years ago on my 13th birthday. I mean, and I never knew that you could do that. I mean, that's just insane. It's insane that I bring it up now, most of all, but insane overall too. But yeah, whatever. See y'all in the next video, and Excelsior. It's getting good, folks.